See, called her a scam.
I was going to say she is Nigerian technically.
So we were asked to talk about memorable cases. Most of my memorable cases are kind of depressing. I remember one case where we had a ER C-section and it did not end well. So I didn't really want to talk about that. And then we were asked to talk about a wish list. So I have kind of those things. But I thought, and I also wanted to be like a surgeon and kind of self-indulgent and show my pictures. So I decided to come up with a theme, and that's what we're going to talk about. So, how to survive residency. I'm Kyle Stevens for the students that may not know me. Hopefully all the residents do, and I hope the attendings do, but hopefully they think good things. First is remember where you came from. I grew up in a small town, Appleton, Wisconsin. I don't know if anyone is familiar with that. It's near Green Bay. Milwaukee's over here. Madison's here. It's cold. It's a beautiful place and a great place to grow up. I went to Marquette University. Here's some pictures of me as a child. This is my brother, and that's me. That's my dad, and that's my mom.
He's an ugly kid.
One of the things they've also said is you shouldn't put your child's name under their shirts because then kidnappers can kidnap you. Apparently my parents wanted to get rid of us. So, I then went to Medical College of Wisconsin. It's a nice brand new building, well brand new when I was there. That's my picture there. They have it all posted on the wall, which I see now they're doing with the medical students here, which is pretty cool. You can go back there and see your picture on the wall. So then you get to intern or residency, and I think it's important to stick together with your intern class. You come in, and when you're interns together, you're going through kind of the crap together, and like no one else can. You know, your chiefs are mean to you, your attendings don't let you do anything, and you really need to stick together with your intern class. Lots of friendship. Know each other, go out to dinner. Kurt has like 17 kids now, so we don't see him quite as often, but he's still there in spirit most of the time. And this is actually our first graduation. And you can see we made it through our intern year, we're all pretty happy. And this was actually my last call here at UT. You can see I got old and fat, and Cyrus still looks like he's 12. But George actually wasn't even on call. He came in. Cyrus, I make the call schedule, so I put Cyrus on with me, and we all kind of hung out on our last night. It's also important with your interns to have fun outside of the hospital. You can really get bogged down with just being at work, and it's important to get out and do things together. So you can see we went bowling. Kurt takes it pretty serious. Here's in the back here, teaching Jamil how to bowl. And we went out just a lot of dinners and just spent a lot of time together outside. That being said, you also have the rest of your residents that you work with. Get to know them as well. Hang out with them, spend time with them. You know, we have other residents, we have even other specialties. We went to Cedar Point together and had a good time. We rode on top of the Dracer. I was in the front, and I think was a little bit afraid, but he went through with it. We just had a good time. This was actually getting together for a sad occasion with Dr. Lorenzo's funeral, but we still all got together and had a nice time. And I think that's really important that you build that camaraderie because we're all in it together. You should have one person that you know you can complain to and they won't say anything. You can tell them whatever, you know, other than a spouse or significant other. Someone at work that understands what you're going through that you can complain to and they won't say anything. And believe it or not, for me that's George. She actually keeps his mouth shut about a lot of things, which is pretty cool. And so here he's actually there. This was about 5 minutes after my son was born because George needed to stop by like immediately. So he was the first to hold my son. We made him wash his hands because he smelled. That's pretty nice. This is my wife for people that don't know her. And then you also want a friend that takes lots of pictures. Lots and lots of pictures. It's annoying. He sets up the tripod and takes pictures with the remote while you're eating. And it's kind of distracting. But at the end of the day, then you have these memories. And you're going to watch those pictures. So, take lots of pictures. going done with work, you want to make sure you scrub for every case you can. I know a lot of times you don't want to double scrub. You don't want to, you think, oh, I'm not going to get to do anything, I don't want to be there. Some attendees on an advanced laparoscopic course and then they'll do anything. And you sit there for 10, 15 hours doing nothing. It's tiring, but you can learn a lot. And even if you're second assist, you can learn a lot by watching others. This is my son, I'm a new dad, and there's going to be lots of pictures of him. He's not really standing, and I'm holding him, but he's only 5 now. Of course, I have to say, I respect your seniors. I learned this as an intern. I remember one of my seniors, Dr. Martin, said, if someone's even one day ahead of you in residency, they're your senior, and you should respect them. So here's some of my seniors that have shaped me. These are my chiefs. Dr. Sang, we all know he graduated before I came, but then this is Dr. Gocheman and Castillo Sang, and then Dr. Higgins. And this is Pablo. Even when you know you're Pablo, you still respect your senior, and he's a great guy with your shape. But it's also important for seniors to respect their juniors. So we need to discipline each other, we need to keep each other on task, but you shouldn't yell at your juniors in front of other people. Take them off to the side. And I know I don't always do this. Sometimes I would yell in front of others, but if you can, try to take them off to the side. I remember Marty would take me off to the side and just chew me out, but then he would like have my back when he was talking to the attending or something like that. And that's what it should be. Have their back in public and yell at them in private. Surgery is a team sport, and we all need to work together. So here's, this is LD Britt. He came and gave a talk, and this was a couple years back. And just show a picture of everyone. Read more. Unfortunately, I don't have any pictures of me reading because I needed to read more. But it's important. And consults are a learning opportunity. Like Lisa said, if you see a consult, it's a reason to review an admin. We all get upset at these stupid consults and they're annoying, but they really are an opportunity to learn. And I found for me, it works best just to read as you go along. So sitting down and reading a textbook, you have to do it, but it's hard. It's tiring. I fall asleep. But if you read a little bit every day, you see a patient, you go read about it, you'll remember it. They'll stick with you if you read as you go. And you kind of think, oh, Mrs. Jones had this, and then you read about it, and it sticks a lot better, at least for me. Treat other specialties with respect. Even the ER is painful. Here you can see, this is Muhammad Al-Anturi, a radiologist. You know, we can't get along outside the hospital. He was there with his son. We were hanging out on a nice day a few weeks back. Don't ask someone to do something you aren't willing to do yourself or have already done. So a lot of the juniors, you know, get mad when seniors say to go do this or go do that. Well, we've all done it. We've all done it. You know, we've actually done less than our attendees before us have, you know, with the work hour restrictions and everything. So we say it's getting easier. People are getting kind of weaker. You know, 16-hour call for interns. You know, that's about. But you know, we've all done it. I don't really believe in the, well, you should suffer because I did. That's not true, but there is some truth to that, in that you kind of learn what to appreciate after going through some suffering. So, in that vein, we, Dr. Stoller, is he here? Yeah, we decided we would place NG tubes on each other. Our students needed to learn, so we let them place them on us, and it's miserable. Cyrus and I actually did this one day, too. And I didn't get it all the way in, Cyrus did. And this one, it got all the way in, and it was miserable. Take pride in teaching others. I won an award one year. Cyrus, I think, has won it every year he's been here for an outstanding resident teacher award from the students. There's something, you know, your legacy that you leave behind is what you teach others. And so I think you should take pride in teaching others and enjoy doing so. Here's, you know, we're not really driving, stop. It's important to have role models, as Linda said. I think that's a very good point. Role models, mentors, someone you can talk to, have as many if you can. I listed a couple here, certainly not all. Dr. Zal, Dr. Zalnak, Dr. Laurento, Dr. Duckett, and Dr. Spera. Dr. Allison will come up a little bit later. I have a quote from him. But you should have someone that you can talk to, someone that you respect, someone that you want to be like. It's very important. Work hard every day. You can see here he's struggling, he's working hard, he's got that determination on his face, and So it's important, work hard every day, leave it all out on the field, whatever you want to say. It's residency, when you look, it seems long, when you look back on it, it's pretty short, and it's pretty scary thinking you have to go out there and do it on your own pretty soon. Luckily, I'm in the fellowship, but Lisa's not. I don't know how she can do that. I'm delaying it for another year. Sleep when you can. Take time to laugh. I don't know if this will work. No, I have a video. It doesn't work. Treat yourself. I like to watch TV. My wife bought me a nice big screen HD TV finally. Well, this was a couple years ago. But, treat yourself. Life outside the hospital is, you don't have a lot of time, so the time you do, enjoy it. Deliver big news, good or bad, in the right way in life in general. And when it comes to patients, if it's bad news, have them sit down, take them to a room, prepare them for the bad news. Good news, the same thing, know your audience. My wife knew what I liked, so she told me in the correct way that life was about to change. And then here's our birth announcement. Our son was born. Take one vacation a year where you get away from it all. Don't bang a textbook, don't think about surgery, just go have fun. This is throughout the years. I've gone to Costa Rica, went scuba diving in Belize, drove on the Pacific Coast Highway. So just go have fun. According to Dr. Allison, marry once and marry well. I think I did, and I'm very happy. According to me, marry your best friend, which I did. You can see our wedding. And then, according to me, get married in Vegas. It's quick, it's cheap, and it's nice. Little chapel with flowers. I recommend it. It's not all that heavy. And we're still married 5.5 years later, so it doesn't mean it's, a Britney Spears kind of wedding. Dr. Allison also did say, don't buy anything that flies, floats, or eats grass. As a resident, you want money for any of that, so that's fine, but that's kind of advice for, in the future. Treasure life, special moments, they go by quick. This is when my son was born. Thank your mother often, your father as well. They're proud of you, and you wouldn't be where you were without them. Nothing's more important than family. This is my brother and his wife. They have 3, now 4 children. This is my in-laws. This is my father-in-law and my sister-in-law and my son. Make time for them. Grow as a person every day. Or a dog. Doctors all will kill you. So bring back up. Be super. Be cool. Stand tall. Go pack go. Packers fan. And so next I'm going off to the Methodist Hospital. It's in this huge complex down in Texas, the Texas Medical Center. It's a nice, pretty hospital, and hopefully I'll learn a lot there. And remember, like Lisa said, what we do can't hurt people, and what we do is very important. We're surgeons. You hold the whole world in your hands. So thanks for everything.
Thank you very much. Any comments?
I want that baby.